All right, welcome everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the top 10 things not to do while you're in China.
For me, the first thing that you absolutely should not do while you're in China is to listen to what other people have to say about China. Because, let's be honest, they're usually wrong.
Why is that, Terry?
Well, the thing is everybody has their own experiences, right? Like, you've been in China a lot longer than I have. You've been in Yangzhou a lot longer than I have. And our experiences are actually different, right? Plus, before I came here, I decided, let me do some research. Let me go on YouTube. Let me watch a ton of videos, right? And see, what life is like in China. And
Where me, on the other hand, I didn't watch a single video.
see? Experiences are different,
Yeah.
right? You probably would have to go and experience it for yourself, as
Yeah.
opposed to listening to other people and what they have to say.
So the next thing we would say not to do in China is avoid the squat toilets, right? They're going to be around.
Get low.
You got to get low. You got to get used to using them. Get your flexibility and get those hip flexors open, whatever you got to do. But
That's it.
don't avoid the squat toilets because if every time you need to go to the bathroom, you avoid them, it's just going to be awkward. But make sure you bring toilet paper because a lot of
was
Chinese
just about to
toilets
say
don't have the toilet paper in them.
The
So-
next thing for me I would say to you, absolutely do not do this in China. Do not be overwhelmed by the culture shock. My favorite thing in China is kids going to the bathroom literally right in front of you, anywhere, anytime.
Did anyone else hear that? Why is that your favorite thing in China, Jerry? That's a little... Anyway, next thing. Spitting. So a lot of people spit on the sides of the road, and that may be something that's normal for you back home, but I know for a lot of foreigners, it's something that can be, discomforting or displeasing or something like that.
But the reason why the kids going to the bathroom was one of my favorite things that just really shocked me was the clothes are actually designed for it.
Oh, yeah, there's that hole. There's like a slit
There's a slit.
in the back of the pants so that the kids can squat it
That's
out
it.
right there. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true. That's
literally
true.
designed for it. So if you're potty training a kid and hey, they have to go, no big deal. Tied into that, smoking, right? Pretty much everybody smokes. So, if you're in a country where you're used to people not smoking so much, especially in public places or in restaurants, like for example back in England, yeah, that's not gonna happen in China.
But in the same light, don't be afraid to tell people no. They'll offer you a cigarette because it's just kind of courtesy and it's kind of due. The next thing, don't expect this to be like your home country. I think some of the teachers that we see that have some of the biggest problems adjusting to China are the ones that say, well, in America, well, in the UK, well, in South Africa, well, this is none of those places.
True.
So if that's what you come in with, if that's the mindset you come in with, of course it's going to feel like you're going against something rather than appreciating China as its own unique experience.
Very true. I mean, there are going to be some countries that are similar, right? But they're not going to be exactly the same. And it's the same with cities, right? So, even if you go to a different city, it's a different experience. Have some home comforts with you so that it's not as bad and not so much of a shock. The next point I wanted to say for you to absolutely not do when you're in China, don't be afraid to try and speak some Chinese. Don't. Literally, you're going to have to try.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in our very first video, we were talking about how to get around China without using much Chinese, right? And if you have Chinese friends or friends who speak a lot of Chinese, like this guy, right?
It's not that good, guys.
He says that, right? But he orders all the food, right? Say hello to people, and then if you get stuck, use your phone.
All right, so the next thing we actually have to go on the scene to do for something that Jerry and I have neither done before. So don't miss out on the food. Don't miss out on the food. You have to try Chinese food. And so we're going to go on the scene and we're going to actually go try some scorpions right now on Old Street in Dongguan. And if we can't find any of those, we'll find something else weird to eat for you guys. What's the verdict?
Very, very good.
Yeah? All right, guys, got to try pig hooves.
Some of you guys may not realize this, but your flavor profile and the things that you like changes over time, right? I remember as a kid, I didn't always used to like Marmite, but now as an adult, I love it. Marmite is my mate. My mate is Marmite. So I'm try it. You might find something that you really, really like.
For those of you who also don't know what Marmite is, I'll drop a link or a description above for you in the video.
The next thing for me to tell you guys to absolutely not do what?
Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead.
The next thing, really?
Just say it. Just say it.
Do not ride an e-bike.
What?
Do not ride an e-bike.
Do not ride an e-bike.
Do not ride an e-bike. Do not ride an e-bike.
Don't miss out on riding an e-bike is what he's trying to say.
Definitely do it, right? Now, I know what you're alluding to. I know. But this is not the video for me to explain that story.
Check it out in the last video.
But basically, you want to have that experience as both the rider and as a passenger because it's quite the thing, you know. And traffic, especially in China, although I do believe it's handled better because e-bikes have their own separate lane, it's just an experience. So I would say definitely try it out, man. Try it out.
So my next thing, you have to try the KFC. Don't miss out on the KFC. Now, why KFC? Because KFC is one of those places where it's like 30% like it is at home and 70% who knows what. One of my friends was coming, asked him to grab me a drink from KFC one day after we were having a long day. I was working on a project, and he brought me back like a dragon fruit drink with a shot of Bacardi.
Wow.
A shot of Bacardi that was like supposed to be put in my dragon fruit drink, and I was like, this is amazing. Of course I took the shot separately, but it's not the point. Like, you never know what you're gonna get at KFC, so like even see what's different about the things that you think you know about, because they may be different too.
Yeah, I mean, I've been lucky. I've been able to go to KFC in a few different countries, right? So I know, for example, KFC in England versus KFC in America, different, right? KFC in Jamaica.
Better.
Well,
Kentucky fried chicken.
Well, I mean, you'd have to have it in Kentucky, right?
Well, yeah.
But like,
where else would you have Kentucky fried chicken?
I don't know. Maybe
we didn't have to say in China?
Why not?
Spoiler alert. Chinese people eat soup with most meals. So if you want to be Chinese, eat more soup.
That's it. Eat more soup. And the last thing I want to say to you guys, absolutely not to do in China. Do not miss any experiences. Right? Mostly because, well, we live this life once, as far as I know, right? And who knows when you're going to be in China again.
All right, everyone. Well, we know what time it is. It's time for China What? Well, Jerry, I think it's yours today, man.
I think it is. And, well, this was the first time I'd ever seen this. Pull over. I'm at a charging point just outside one of those little pop-up shops outside, right? The guy was willing to fight the police officer to get his keys back. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Who fights with the police?
This is what I'm saying. And he was like trying to grab the keys, trying to grab his arm, telling him, no. Like, what are you doing? Like, after this ends, the police officer, the same one that pulled the keys out, he starts running. But it turns out that there was this guy on the floor. His bike was on the floor. He managed to somehow have an accident right on this corner. So they're running to go and get them. And he goes, right, okay. He picks up the guy. They pick up the bike. They walk him down to right where the car was parked. Clamp his bike.
What?
Yeah, his bike got clamped. I don't know how much he had to pay to get his bike back.
All right, so time out here. I've been in China 2 years, and I've never seen a police officer take anyone's bike or do anything to anyone's bike. Meanwhile, Jerry here in 5 minutes saw some dude get his e-bike keys taken and his thing clamped.
Yeah.
So again, what do we say in the beginning? Experiences are different. All right, everyone, and that's all for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to give a like or comment down below. And then finally, let us know in the comments if you have anything that you wouldn't want to miss if you were in China.
Yeah, what's one of your top 10 things
not
to do?
That's all we have for you this week, so we'll see you next week, everyone.